Welcome to Heja, Framtiden, the Swedish podcast on the future. My name is Christian von Essen. Today I'm recording from Kristianstad in southern Sweden, Krinova Incubator and Science Park, hosting this amazing food systems event at Kulturkvarteret in Kristianstad. The event is called Spot on Food. I'm standing here with Thor Sigfusson from Iceland. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You represent something called Iceland Ocean Cluster, and you've written plenty of books. Among one is called 100% Fish, and that was the theme of your talk here today on stage. Could you elaborate a bit on that, what you're doing at the moment, and what 100% Fish is all about?
We're basically looking at the seafood industry as a whole, both wild catch and then farming, and we are asking ourselves, are we actually using enough of the byproducts that are in the industry, meaning the bones, the heads, the skins, etc., which account for nearly over 40 up to 60% of the fish. So in many cases, the mindset in the industry has been, this is waste. We're actually saying there should not be any waste, and we've shown that it is possible to create value and beautiful products from all of these parts of the fish.
And you mentioned that we're talking about 10 million tons of waste that could actually be refined into something valuable.
Yeah, this is what Icelanders have done. We've taken the fish skin and created both fish leather. We have collagen protein from the fish skin. We have skin graft that's used for medical purpose. So we can go on and on with these products that many still define as a product that should be a landfill. And
you even posted an example with one cod using only the fillet and the liver. Its value is about $140. When you combine all the different assets from their waste, you can actually create a value of $5,000. How do you do that?
Well, the major products that we've been doing in Iceland have to do with some medical products. The most important product is actually a skin graft used for people having difficulties having their wounds healed, where actually the fish skin is used to heal, and it helps the natural skin to redevelop. So that's the most valuable product, but there are other products coming that have to do with taking the enzymes from the guts of the cod, for instance, that have been used for beauty products and that are moving up to a medical scale. So it's just incredible how much value there lies in some of these products in the ocean, whether it is the proteins or other parts of the fish.
So why has Iceland become a front runner in this case?
I think partly it's because of the fact that we do actually not have that many resources. We have the geothermal heat and the hydropower, and we have the fish. And as the catch got significantly cut in the 80s, we had to sort of think again. So what we did, I think, is to say we need to do more with less. And that's how the whole value chain started to work. And that's how companies said we are not wasting any of these products now.
And how long have you been in this space? Have you always had these sort of ideas?
I started the Iceland Ocean Cluster in 2011. I started my PhD in 2002, where I began to look at the opportunity to build these relationship networks within the ocean sector. So I've been for a while.
And now Iceland Ocean Cluster has also started to collaborate globally, right, in the Ocean Cluster Network.
Yeah, I think what the main message that we have, not only with the full utilization of the fish, is that we see that there are all these silos in an industry. And fishing is not the only one with silos, but there are fishermen in silos, and there are processors in silos, and there are academics and startups even, etc. So they are not as much talking together as we thought would be the best way to go. So what we're basically doing is to do the matchmaking and moving out of fishing into algae, seaweed as well, and farming, fish farming, try to build these bridges. Because what's happened in this industry is that in the past we would define the seafood industry, at all levels, as a natural resource industry. But this natural resource industry with limited resources is moving more and more into this knowledge-based industry, where there is so much need to share knowledge and skills. So that's basically, I think that's the strong message of Spot on Food here, is that we're seeing it's not only what we're doing, it's who we know, how we can develop our products with others.
And that's why events like these are so important, of course. But it sounds like you've created sort of a blueprint that could be added to other industries as well, or across the globe.
Yeah, I think we are seeing that, of course, there is nothing new about matchmaking. But I think what we have tried to emphasize is that the matchmaking has to be based still on the value proposition. Telling industry that if you collaborate with others, you can actually create more value in economic terms. And I would love to say that everybody would just buy the idea that do better with the environment. And of course, there is a side product there for sure. It should be the core. But it's really good to have a message also to tell the industry, whatever industry, that this can actually create value and jobs in your local communities if you look at the side streams as well.
Yeah, to me it sounds like an industrial symbiosis where you create physical clusters where people talk to each other and actually build businesses off the waste and the side streams.
Absolutely, and I must tell you, I've actually been learning from many of my Swedish friends, because what we realized is that we were not sort of in the industrial symbiosis space as much, the fisheries. So when I started talking to academics here in Sweden and Denmark as well about this, I realized that the circular economy and the industrial symbiosis is well on its way, at least in terms of the debate and discussions. But I thought what we have tried to do is to bring the seafood industry into that space, and that is really important for us because we can use side streams from other industries, and our side streams can also be used in other industries as well. So we have been in kind of a black hole with the seafood industry because it's such a huge ocean and large industry in a way all around that we have sort of left it out, and we want to bring that in now.
This project and you as a spokesperson will be involved in a TV series called Hope in the Water. What can you tell us about that?
Hope in the Water is an American series that I'm hoping will be shown in many European countries as well. It features Martha Stewart and other celebrities where they are actually showing what people are doing in different parts of the world, whether it is Scotland or Hawaii or whatever, and Iceland is a part of that. They're showing how algae farmers are changing the world. They're actually showing our 100% fish, and I think this is just showing us that the message of the 100% fish is actually a crucial one and can do a lot for coastal areas all around the world.
So your book is called 100% Fish. Is that the latest book?
That's my latest book, yeah.
And that's also sort of the philosophy, you can say.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I wanted to do is that when I've been traveling around meeting with fisheries all around the world, I realized that there are so many fishermen, CEOs of fisheries, that are in the forefront. They just are shying away from talking about it. I don't know why, but they have sort of been there for years and have done well and are dedicated environmentalists, but they haven't actually told their stories. So I wanted to at least bring that out to make sure that people don't misunderstand me saying that Iceland is the only country doing it. We have so many examples all around of companies, but we need to tell these stories to make sure that people get and sort of inspire others to do the same.
Yeah, we just talked before lunch now about academia and researchers also shying away from communication and commercialization because they think it's something difficult or ugly in a way, to be frowned upon by their colleagues. Do you think that still is a problem, that we need to get more people in the room and start discussing how to actually move to market?
I think there's a new generation of academics coming. We find this in Iceland. We've found like a huge difference now from if we look back 20 years. We have so many academics that are actually looking at the opportunities of creating value and creating jobs with what they have in their hands. It is slowly moving though. I would like to see it a little bit faster moving. We need that right now. And the students need to be also learning about how to start companies, etc. In many fields it is, but I still think in biology and chemistry, etc., it's not that we're shying away from their main message or a main mission, which is to be scientists, but at least allow them to sort of get closer to this business world.
Yeah, I think many educations should involve entrepreneurship in their curriculum. I usually ask my guests, what is your best tip for making the world a better place in the future? No pressure.
I think building trust is the key here. And building trust is not easy. It occurs at events like these We have a facility in Iceland, a large facility with 70 small startups, and we find the most important part of the facility are actually the coffee machines. And we don't allow people to have coffee machines in their own rooms, so they have to step out, talk to others, share ideas, and sort of build relationships, weak first, strong then, and from there, trust is built and things start to happen.
Wow, that's a great answer, actually. Okay, who do you think I should interview on the podcast?
There are so many people here that I'm learning about. The Frenchmen that coming with these new ideas.
Mathieu from Digital Food Labs.
Exactly. But I think what is crucial as well is to talk to the retailers as well. There are retailers here. And I don't think that Spot On realizes how unique it is. Of course, maybe this is Scandinavian culture, but these guys have brought together nearly the whole value chain. And I'm at so many conferences all around the world where you might have just academics or just advisors or just pure industry with no connections with academia or startups. So this is a great opportunity to connect. So you might have to look at the whole value line and try to get all of them to see how it looks to combine them.
So break silos, build trust, and get people together.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, Thor, for joining Heja Framtiden. Where can we find you? Iceland Ocean Cluster? Do you have a website?
We're both with a website and on social media a lot. So if you just Google Iceland Ocean Cluster, you'll find us.
Great. Thank you so much for joining Heja Framtiden. We're recording here today from Kristianstad, Spot On Food conference hosted by Krinova Incubator and Science Park. My name is Christian von Essen. Check out hejaframtiden.se for more information about the podcast and my other projects. Thank you so much for listening.